Hi, I'm Phil Bainbridge, and this is a quick tutorial on the Bulk Create Google Drive Folders 2.0 tool. So I've already got a copy of the tool here, and I'm just going to show you a few things to set up before you run it. So the folder name is split into two parts. So just for example purposes here, I'm just going to have my folder names are going to be the names of individuals. So John Smith and Jane Doe. But you can have whatever you need to in there. Email addresses for permissions. This is optional. If I want to provide edit access for the folders that are created, I can provide the email addresses of people I want to add in here. So for this tutorial, I'm going to use example addresses, and it's a simple matter of adding them in like that. And if I want to add more than one, just use a comma and a space to then separate out the next email address. And you can repeat that as much as you want to for any others. You don't have to fill this in if you don't want to add any email addresses, but for this tutorial, I'll do that. And I'm just going to copy and paste that into there as well, so that both tools perform at the same point. Okay. The next columns are going to be populated when the tool runs itself, so we don't need to worry about these. All we do need to know is what number column they are in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Folder link is in column 4, and permissions added is in column 5. That's useful for if we go to the config sheet, there's a few pieces of information we need to fill in here. But I'll just jump to the bottom two where it wanted those column numbers. So folder link was column 4 and permissions added was column 5. Okay, we need the ID of the parent Google Drive folder. So the place where we want to store all these folders, new folders that we're creating. So here, I already have a Google Drive folder and we need the ID. So we get that from the address at the top. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it into the sheet like that there. The next option, as I say, was optional, and it's whether or not we want to provide edit permission for the folders. So because I've put some email addresses in, I'm going to select yes. However, if you just want to create some folders on their own without anything else, then just select no here. But we'll go for yes for this tutorial. And that's it. That's all we needed to fill in. So if we go back to the data sheet, we're now ready to run the tool, and you can run this with as many rows as you want. This example here just has kind of 4 or 5 rows, but you could run it with 100 odd, as many as you want. The idea of the tool is it can bulk create lots of Google Drive folders for you automatically. So to run the tool, we go to the admin menu at the top and we select create folders. What happens now is a little pop-up at the bottom right will just give us an idea of the progress of the tool as it creates each folder. So the option said it was creating John Smith there. It probably takes just several seconds per folder to be created. And then what will happen is in this column here, a link to that folder will be created along with just a quick timestamp of when the permissions were added as well, so that if you come back to this sort of 6 months down the line, you can just confirm yourself when and where the actual permissions were added. So the tool script has finished running. So just as an example now is you can click on that folder there and it will take us straight into John Smith's folder. Okay, so we can see the naming convention there. If we just go back to the main folder there, we can also see Jane Doe. If I right click on one of the folders and go to share, we can see here the 2 other email addresses that were added with editor access as well. And that's it. If you want to reuse the tool, you can either make another copy of it or simply delete the rows and the information and start again with something fresh. Thank you very much.